who puts up with it. This is Gary's wife. Her name is Christine. She says she hates the fact that her husband cheats, but she loves him and wants him to change his ways, which is probably why you're here, right?
Right.
I don't know, Christine. I mean, miracles are not us.
No.
Christine, I understand that Gary's cheating has been going on for a very long time.
Yeah.
And you even caught him having sex with another woman in your living room?
Right.
In the living room?
It was New Year's Eve, and there was a girl over his house. It was supposed to be his ex-girlfriend, and they had broken up, and she had just come over to say hello, and that's sort of, Happy New Year's type of thing. I had gone to bed. We get a phone call in the middle of the night to say, Happy New Year's, that type of thing, and I get up in my room to say, Gary, you got a phone call. And he tells me, don't come out here, please don't come out here. And I hear her, and
Now, you said that he cheated on you early on in the relationship. Christine, I know this is very upsetting, but when he did it early on in the relationship, how did you find out?
It's been like this a lot. He would say, she's girlfriend. She would come over, and first, she would be picking up her things. Okay, they broke up, so now she's coming to pick up, her necklace or
Is
her
it just
clothes.
The one girl?
No.
It's
no,
tons of girls?
No, yeah. It's I could come home from work and...
Tell me what you do when you came home from work.
I would come home from work and...
Doesn't he work?
No. He'll work maybe, he'll work, maybe for a couple of months, and then all of a sudden he's taking a break, or he'll work for a few weeks, and then he decides he doesn't want to work anymore. So I've always worked, and I'll come home from work, and there'll be a girl on the couch. There's a different girl all the time. It hasn't been that way lately, but it used to be. I can't. I said, grow up. This is not what I want. This is not for me.
I think that one of the saddest things I ever heard was he would tell other women that he loves them in front of you?
In front of me. He would say, the two of them would sit on the couch, and I would sit in my chair, and he would turn around, and he would say right in front of me, look at me. He would look at her and say, I love you. You're the most important thing in my life. And then the girls would leave, and he would say...
What would you say to him?
I would have to get up and leave the room. And then the girls would leave, and he would turn around to me and say... I'm just using her for the money. I don't love her. I don't care about her. The girls would call on the phone, and he'd sit there, I love you, sweetheart. You mean the world to me, this and that. And I'm just supposed to sit there and say, sure, Gary, why not?
When he said he's just using for the money, does he mean you or the other girls?
The other girls. They meant nothing to him. It's just the money,
You know what I don't understand? When we talked to him, he told us how proud he was of cheating on you.
Of course.
Why is he proud?
He loves this. He loves this because he knows that we have 3 children, and every time I tell him, Gary, you need to leave. This is over. Leave. He'll leave for a couple of days, and then my son, after a week or so, my son will start saying, Mommy, where's Daddy? I miss Daddy. I miss my daddy. And, after a couple of weeks, Gary will start saying, I don't want a divorce. I love you. I want to come home.
Well, it's one thing... Christine, it's one thing to say you'd leave somebody, and it's another if you have 3 children and you have to explain to the children why. I can understand your pain. Let's see what Gary has to say to his wife. Come on out here.
Oh, give it a rest. Hi, Sally.
Could come between them for good, and she's here today. Both women are named Teresa. And the other woman is also pregnant. She's 6 months pregnant with his baby. Before we meet David, let's bring the other Teresa out and see. Eventually, we got to find out what this guy's got, that the 2 Teresas are... Teresa 2, come on out. Teresa, number 2, you make my job a little easier. I only have to remember one name. You're pregnant with a married man's baby. How does that make you feel?
It doesn't bother me at all because they don't have a marriage. All it is a piece of paper because he was with me before and he's still with me. It doesn't change anything. She knew when they got married that he was still going to see me. 1 week after they were married, he's calling me and he's asked me to have his child before anyway. What's the difference? He asked me and then he asked her. I said no, and she decided to have the child.
Well, I don't know that she decided to have a
Well,
child.
I was told that she wanted to have the child.
After I was pregnant, you damn right I'm gonna have my kid.
Exactly, and I'm gonna have mine too.
And I don't expect you to have an abortion like him and your mother wanted you to. I don't
He
expect
did not
that.
want me to have an abortion. He did not say that to me.
Okay.
My mother wanted
Granted,
me
he
to
may
have
not
an abortion because of the situation that it was.
And I understand.
And I
her.
made
Teresa,
that decision.
what
I'm
would you-
not going to have an abortion. This is my child, and I do not need him.
Well, if you didn't need him, you wouldn't have came to fight for him.
I don't need him to take care of my child. I want him to be a father to his child, but I don't need him.
And I don't expect him not to be a father to your child because he's not that type of person. He's a damn good father. That is granted. And I don't. If we stay together today, tomorrow, and the next
Do
day.
you want to stay together?
Yes, I'm gonna try to keep my marriage together. Yes.
Teresa, number 2, do you want to stay with him?
No, I don't want him out of my life. I want him to be a part of my life, yes.
In
Teresa,
what way do you
him
want
to be a part of your life after he bashed your head in the window Saturday night?
I don't know what your mother taught you, but she forgot to teach you one thing, okay? Because if you had played that with me, girlfriend, you wouldn't be sitting there. I can tell you, hey, don't go there. Don't go there, because I'm not the one. She is the wife. She will always be first. You will always be second. You and your child will always be second. As long as she keeps them papers, she is first.
But paper's not the only thing. Paper's not the only thing. We have all three of us sat and talked, and he's told her true face in front of me. He is not going to leave me, and he is not going to leave my son. He told the producers, he told everybody. What I'm saying to you is that if we're going to try to make it, you need to back the off. Stop buying him. Leave him the hell alone. And I also know that he goes to you. I know he goes to you. And
I
I'm not
cannot
denying
make
that.
him.
Teresa, number 2. There may be 2 thoughts here. One, that he is a married man. Why
And you
are
are
you...
helping commit adultery, and I can sue you for emotional distress.
Well, then go right
Why are you doing this? Knowing that he's married and knowing that he wants to stay with his wife, why are you doing this?
If he's...
Tell him, Teresa, tell him you love him.
Wait, go ahead.
Tell him you love him.
I would
when
be
he
a-
puts a gun to your head years ago, when he sits there, he bashed you. You know damn well he bashed your head in that window this weekend. Because you
see
broke the
bruises on my
console.
head?
Damn right, because he ain't stupid enough to put bruises on you. You're taking the and a black man in North Carolina is going to jail for that. You know it.
Teresa.
I'm not saying all this necessarily your fault.
Teresa.
I know it's not all your
Teresa.
fault. He's very charming and he can take
Teresa
over. I know.
out also that he cheats. She says he even wants her. Now this is where I have a problem. He wants her to be friends with the women that he's cheating with. They have a baby who is how old?
7 months.
How in heaven's name did he ask you to be friends with the girl that he's cheating with?
Okay,
Take me to that point.
Okay, first of all, we're like 300 miles apart.
Who is?
Me and Ben.
Why are you and Ben are not married?
No, we're not married.
You've been together for how long?
Like, it'll be 2 years in January.
And you have a child. Okay, why are you 300 miles apart?
Well, he used to be in a place like Job Corps,
Yes?
and we met like that. He stayed there, he lived there. First, it all started out where he would have sex with the girls that were there in that Job Corps place.
While you were with him?
Yeah, while I was with him.
Well, was that the first time you were finding?
That was just the first time. Okay, I confronted him when we were on our way back to where he lived to meet his parents. I confronted him on it.
What did he say?
He goes, I couldn't help it.
I couldn't help it. That's about what David is saying. I couldn't help it. You know, you can't make him do anything, but you can leave him if he does it.
I not only leave him, I leave my home, I leave my father's son, I leave my financial stability, and I leave the person I've loved forever.
But she ain't got to worry about that because I ain't going nowhere.
All right. You and Ben have broken up a number of times because of the cheating. Why do you take him back?
The sex
isn't it.
Shh, Christina. Why do you take him back?
I have no idea.
Why?
I guess because I love him, and I don't know if I love him. I mean, I know I love him, but I don't know if it's just love or
what?
or infatuation. And I love too hard. I love him too hard to where he just takes advantage of it. I tell him, like, I pour my heart out to him, and I tell him that he's hurt. He breaks my heart.
But he's cheating. We're not talking about one person he's cheating
No, this
with.
is a lot. Like,
You even caught him cheating in
in his own house. When I went down to meet his family, he went to the bathroom, and his ex-girlfriend was in the bed in his house when I was there, and that girl went to sleep in one of the bedrooms. He came out of the bathroom and followed her into the bedroom, and I followed him right behind. He thought I was stupid, like I didn't know what was going on.
Let's hear what he has to say. Ben, come on out.
Y'all think I'm bad. Come on, baby. Yo, this is real right here, huh? It's real right here, man. Y'all think I'm bad? Get a load of him. Shut up. Damn. You okay? Damn. This is annoying.
Ben, you told us you're proud to be a cheater. Why?
Why?
Why are you proud of this?
Because I love to do it. I mean, I love to be with other women.
I love to do it. I love to be with other women. Why?
Why?
What does it do to the mother of your child?
What does it do?
Yes.
I guess it pisses her off. I mean,
Do you think it hurts her?
oh yeah, I know it hurts her.
Then why do you do it if it hurts her?
Because I can.
Because you
There you
can.
go. There you go.
It's abundantly clear that this man here loves his wife. I can believe that.
I do love him.
All right? Not you, Chuck. Everybody talking about you, Chuck. Everybody talking about you. Because you know what? It's also abundantly clear that when God said, get online for the brains, this woman thought he said, get out of the way to train.
You're being used. Believe me, you're being used. Do you know you're being used?
Like he's not being used? I can be used, but he can be used too.
No, he can be used too.
You love him, but you love him.
I never said I didn't
told
love
you
him.
when I packed his and took it to your house, I told you him, your ass is through. Don't tell me you can.
This is about it. Gilda, what do you say to a man who's proud that he cheats?
I first want to address the women. What you accept, you teach. You accept this kind of behavior from anybody, and you're teaching him, it's okay, you just keep on doing it because I'm a doormat, and it's all right, you can step all over me. And no woman deserves that.
That's absolutely right. When you say you're not bringing up your 3 sons, your 3 sons have a pattern, just as if you're cutting cloth. And that pattern is you can do this to anybody.
Well, I mean.
And
I
you're
care about
bringing up
boys now.
children to know that father's a whoremonger.
Well, no, I don't teach them that. I mean, right now they're still at the young age.
How
so.
old
Oh,
are
and
they?
they don't know
I got
what's
2,
going on.
2 and a half,
but
1 and a
see
half,
this.
and 7 months.
They see this.
Let
They
me-
see the way Dad
That's
is.
exactly
They see,
right.
They
You
see
can
he
tell-
doesn't come home at
Honey,
night.
listen, you may tell your children, don't act like him. Act like the way I tell you to. But children copy exactly what they see in the house. You don't have to tell them anything. And what are you trying to prove? What is it that you're trying to prove?
I ain't trying to prove anything.
It seems to me that any man who continues to cheat and throw it in his woman's face is trying to prove that he's a real man, that every single woman that he has is going to give him an extra inch on his penis.
In a nutshell, that's absolutely right. That's really, really, completely and utterly right. What about this threesome?
We are seeing a man who is enjoying all of the fighting that's going on between these